Hey, look at that. Look at that. The brothers are back. All three of us, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Back in charge. You feel me? Gang, what up? How y'all feeling today? Let me get some mic checks real quick from my boys Skellio and Supernova.
Checkity, check.
Testing.
I love the sound of that. You know what? Nothing makes me happier than hearing my brothers on the mic just spitting. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Gang, what up? Welcome to the 97th episode of the Longhouse Podcast, number 97. I'm one of your hosts, Viking, and I'm joined by my brothers. In some cases from another mother, and in another case from the same mother. BLAQQ Skellio. What's poppin', G?
What's happening?
Nova. How you doing, bro?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. It's a beautiful Tuesday.
Hey, you know what? It is a grandiose Tuesday, man. But guys, hey, you know, as usual, we're here to discuss great games, the platforms they reside on, and the people who make them happen. But most importantly, we are here to hang out with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of you guys, Gamer Bum was popping. John Wolf, hello. Mazer Tech, my guy. BT Maverick 707 in the building. Nerds and Other Legends. Bobby Singh. Stanley Francois. Punty 050 with emojis. What's Gucci, my boy? We got E-Ranks in the building. Stu Jersey. Who else we got up in here? Crispy Rambo. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all make sure y'all put something in the chat, man, so I can shout y'all out. You feel me? And make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, of course. But also, I got a poll up. I'm trying to see what y'all's interest is in the hardware space for Xbox. Xbox been in the news lately, and we're going to talk about it. Okay? Right now, I got the poll up. It says, how interested are you in the Xbox hardware? And it says, day one, regardless, is winning at 68%. Day one... Okay. If it's open to Steam, that's at 5%. I moved to PC, 16%. And let's wait and see at 11%. Fair. Yep. Very fair. Lots of folks said day one, I don't give a fuck. They can put Dookie in it. I'm there.
I get it. I've been a day oneer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. Okay, man. Gamer Bump says next gen Xbox regardless. I feel y'all, man. I feel y'all. John Wolf's in the chat. We was having a very good spirited debate on where Microsoft, they have their earnings report tomorrow. And we were seeing where they would be at percentage wise, taking into account hardware, content and services and all that stuff or whatever. John Wolf seems to believe that they will be under 5%. Right. And I think that's the rational take. Okay. Under 5% growth due to their expectations. But I gave a very specific 6.3.
That is very specific.
Super specific.
6.3. And I told him, he better dust off my toes and start to licking when I win. You understand me?
Was that part of the bet?
Why are your toes dusty?
You got dusty toes.
I'm a win. You understand? Bro, if I win, I'm going crazy with the AI. You feel me? I'm going crazy with the AI videos, bro. Everybody that's betting against me is going to be covered in baby oil. You understand me? It's a Diddy party on the internet.
Y'all hear that? Don't lose.
It is a Diddy party on the internet if you lose. You understand? I think, what was we doing, John? Year over year or quarter over quarter? Let me know. I think we were doing, I don't think we specified, but I think we was mostly looking at quarter over quarter. Or no, year over year. Year over year is what we was looking at, I believe. Nerd, you stupid, bro. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And I call it Valhalla. You feel me? I'll get you a ticket so you can join if you want. Nerds. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get started, gang. Playing and watching. Chat, y'all let me know too. Y'all let me know what y'all been playing and watching. I'll start with you, Nova. What's popping?
Yo, hey, finally caught up with the developer direct. I was traveling while it was showing, man. When I was watching y'all for a little bit, I was like, oh yeah, man, the developer direct is today, man. And I was on the flight and I was like, let me try to tap in. I was on the airplane and I was like, all right, well, let me check and see how much they want to charge me for getting some Wi-Fi up here. But they wanted $26
Dog.
for an hour and a half flight. I was like, no, sir. So I saw this little option that said free options. I was like, oh, okay, what they got for a free option? So I got a chance to watch an ad and they gave me 20 minutes. So when I popped in, that's the only 20 minutes I had, bro. So I watched y'all, man, and got in and got out on that one. But besides the developer direct, watch some more Severance, caught up, current on that thing. And outside of that, really haven't been watching much of anything. Obviously been playing some Marvel Rivals. And from the developer direct, had to scoop up that Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, bro, and play that on the
okay.
Go.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's kind of clean. I don't think I've kind of not mastered it, but like kind of tweaked it just yet. Cause you know how on the handheld you gotta have, you know, specific settings, and, you know, turn this up, turn this down and stuff like that. But off bat, it's running decently well, man. Outside of the intro screen where it has little waves, like, you know, the Team Ninja waves at the beginning. But outside of that, it's running pretty good.
That camera angle is the final goddamn boss, though.
Oh yeah, it's been that way. It's been that way, bro. Man. I'm used to it. It. You just gotta just be pressing that R3 to kind of put it back, you know, in the perspective or bumper. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, to keep it snapping into place. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden always been bad about the camera angle.
Yeah.
But last but not least, man, I was playing on the plane that Mark of the Ninja remastered, recommended by Nick. It's actually kind of fire, bro.
Bro, so that's one of the games I've been playing too, bro. That's just kind of heat, bro. Shout out,
fire, bro.
Shout out to Special Nick for the recommendation.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It has a nice combination of, you know, action and stealth, though. Like,
the
you know,
is really good, bro. Yes.
Yeah, you can't just come out here and just be clapping stuff. And when you start doing cool stuff, you start getting used to the mechanics. It feels really good to execute some heat, you know. But no, man, Mark of the Ninja is fire, man. I appreciate Nick for recommending that. But that's all I've been watching and playing lately, man.
All right, cool, man. How did you get any further in Arcane?
Oh yes, my bad. I started season 2. I'm like an episode or 2 into season 2, so I'm catching up.
Okay,
forgot about that. Good looking.
Hey, I'll be knowing what motherfuckers is watching and playing. You feel me? I gotta catch up. You feel me? All right, cool. Yeah, I would really love to hear your thoughts. Like maybe all three of us can talk about Arcane like once you're done.
I'm catching.
But cool, man. What about you, Scale? What you been playing and watching? The Souls guy. The Souls guy.
Tis I. Praise the sun, baby. Yes, sir. Tis I. I haven't been watching too much. I watched this movie called Carry On, which is actually pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys heard of this. It's about a TSA agent who gets like not kidnapped but blackmailed on the spot to let it like a person go through, and it's a whole like thing inside the airport. I'm a fan of like movies and stuff that take place in like one spot, like phone booth, old school. Like that's just one example. And like I just like it's difficult to shoot those movies and do it well, but this was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. Jason Bateman, if y'all like him, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like airports movies for some reason, but that one's good. I watched this other movie called Fantastic Planet. This movie is from like 1973. It's like a French movie, animated. When I say that, you could put this movie on in the background of any bar, any place, any art exhibit, any place that needs something like artwork. You could have this whole movie play and it would look like artwork the entire time. Like it's a beautifully made movie. If y'all, yeah, no, for sure. Like it's old too. It's 19. I'm saying this is from the 70s. Like this is old. Like it is fire. Like it's beautifully done. It's so strange. It's so good. It's pretty much about aliens against tiny humans, and that's all I want to say. And it's in French, so it's subtitled and everything. But it looks so cool, man. Like it has like so much visual, like just creativity, and it's so odd. It's odd creative. It's really good. So if you guys want something random to check out, that one is a cool one to check out. It's quick. I think it's like an hour long. It's not even that long. Okay, but that's a cool one. And what else? I've been watching Bad Sisters. Started that season 2. Like that show. I like that one. So I'm just trying to get caught up on that. As far as playing, Marvel Rivals, can't put it down. I'm not grinding as hard as I was, but I still play it every fucking day. Sorry. It's like I play it every day. I started my Final Fantasy Rebirth expedition.
Okay.
I just started playing that. Yeah, I got it on PC. I'm kind of understanding why people want this to get Game of the Year. Can't even lie. Like it's a lot. This is a real remake. Like there's a lot you can do. There's just a lot in this game. And when I say a lot, it's a lot because I'm picking flowers. Didn't like that part. Not gonna lie. No, did not like that. Did not like that. But that's some of that bloat that we talk about. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, come on, bro. Nobody wants to do that. Like, just no. But the game is fun for sure. It's large scale. It's very well done. Looks great. Plays great. I'm getting like 120 frames, I think. So it's running smooth. I'm happy I waited. It's like, yeah, it's good. So and that what else? Oh, Dark Souls. That's I am also playing that on stream, doing a whole Souls kick. So yeah, I've been saying that. People say that Dark Souls 2 is like the worst one. I was in Iron Keep and I'm starting to understand. I beat it though. I completed Iron Keep, but I'm also understanding why people are starting to say that this one is the worst one out of all of them. It's just not as crisp as the others, but still good. But if you guys want to check me out playing that, that's all on my stream. But that's all I've been kind of playing and watching. About you?
First of all, I gotta shout out the #1 Canadian in the business, my boy Slow Mo Backslap. Yo, when I tell you this man puts on for Canada, he sent me a photo the other day, right, where I was like, damn, how much you love Canada, bro? And he was like, I'll show you, right? And he had like a picture of like Jim Carrey, Drake, and like maple syrup in between, right? With the with like the Canadian flour like in the back, right? Like it was, bro, Slow-Mo, he puts on for his country, bro. I love it.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
I love it, Slow-Mo. I'm actually his bullshit. And I call him Canadian because he light skinned. That's
bro, what? Now you done roped us into the bull.
Nah, no.
I was like, shout out to Canada.
Yeah. Maple syrup, all that.
I'm just kidding, man. Kinda. Unless he sends me a picture of him so I can see his facial features, I'm always calling him Canadian. So we there. So what I've been playing, bro, I've been playing a lot, bro. So Ninja Gaiden 2, played that the same night they talked about it, right? I got a review code super late, but the embargo already dropped, so I can say I've been playing it at least. Tales of Iron 2. Medieval setting, really cool art style, of like marsupials, but you're a mouse, right? And like essentially you're going up against bats, evil bats or whatever. It's actually pretty neat. I think we saw it one of the was it the game awards or summer games fest, where they showcased it. Pretty good so far. Mark of the Ninja, we've been playing a little bit of that, got a feel for it. I keep going back to Tokyo Extreme Racer, bro. It's so wild.
I forgot to say I played that. Dang it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Scale, tell me. First of all, do you like it? And does it remind you of a simpler time?
All right. I love it. And 1,000% a simpler time. Oh, man. I'm just here to race. I'm here to turn my headlights on and get it cracking. I'm here to get my money, soup up my car, and we're going. I'm doing boss fights. I'm just enjoying it. It's such a good time. Yes, I'm right there with you for sure.
Yeah, when I play, I was like, damn, bro, it's like you just hit the whichever turn thing that you're going on, and you just driving until you see a rival, bro, and y'all gunning from the jump, you know. I still have
rough race one time. This dude was not letting me pass him, bro. I was like, I was like, this is crazy. I was like, but it's good though. There's challenge for sure.
Yeah, that's just so cool. It's so crazy where we're getting like virtual fighters coming back, Ninja Gaiden 2, and we got Ninja Gaiden 4 later this year, Tokyo Extreme Racer, you know what I'm saying? Like Fable, I'm gonna say next year because that shit ain't coming out this year. But like, you know, we're going back, right? Which I feel like whenever titles are that old, yeah, they can come back. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's whenever you get like the remakes and the remasters from like 5 years ago that pissed me off. I was like, bro, come on. You can't don't be trying to milk this.
Right. Yeah. That's so crazy, bro. Cause like, you know, things do tend to come back around with fashion, you know, things on TV, entertainment and stuff like that. That's how old we are, bro. Our shit's coming back, bro.
Hey. And a lot of it's a much success too, right? Like Ninja Gaiden 2. For sure, super successful with the Shadow Drop, and then Tokyo Extreme Racer, man, early access, putting up numbers, you know, like on Steam, bro. Like, shout out to them. I've also been playing this game called Preserve. It's a little quirky. Not sure if anybody here would like it, but I love it. It's not nearly as is the definition of a cozy game. So if you guys want to look that up, I think I've got it on Steam, but I'm not sure what it's on for.
Yeah. What you doing in it? You making like a jelly or jam alternative?
No,
what you doing?
No. You are you have these tiles that you have. It's not a deck builder because you're not really building on decks, but it's biomes that you build. Right, and you get points off of how many biomes that you get. So you start off with like a desolate tile system, and then you could drop rainwater on it to grow the grass, and then you could drop trees in certain areas, and then once you drop enough in certain areas of like whether it's wheat or flowers or trees or rocks, then you can start putting animals into some of those tiles, and then like how many ever you connect and make a good biome. Right, then the more points you get.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds
like it's right up your alley too.
It's a great cozy game, man. It's super good. You ain't gotta think about nothing too much. It's just really nice soundtrack too. But the game
on the ROG.
Yeah, on the ROG. Okay. Yeah, I've been playing most of this shit on the ROG, to be honest. Besides Ninja Gaiden. Everything else been on the ROG. But the game I really want to talk about, y'all. I was playing. I couldn't put it down last night. Okay, never.
Oh, you got into it.
Yeah, I finally I purchased it when it came out, right? But just never got around to it. I'm not lying. I'm not too sensitive of a person, right? But I was holding back tears just playing the game, bro, because of the art style and the soundtrack. I was like, damn, they really made something super fucking beautiful, bro. It's probably the most beautiful game I've played so far, bro.
Dang.
Oh, dang, that's huge.
That shit is.
I mean, it's got respect throughout the year for sure. I kept hearing that name all throughout the year. Like, yeah, for sure.
Bro, that shit is beautiful. I think that's on all platforms. Please give it a chance. I think Digital Devolver, I believe, are the ones that published it. I do not know the team's name that made it. So if somebody knows, please put it in the chat. Sorry about that, but please.
It's Normata Studio.
Normata? Okay. Bro, I mean, I think Nomada. Okay. Beautiful ass fucking game, dude. Like, and again, the mechanics of it aren't bad at all. Like they're not super complex, but like just you got to play it, bro. It's so fucking good.
It's not like a novel game. You move and stuff.
Yeah, you move.
Oh, okay. That's what I don't know anything about this game, so I've been curious to see what it's even talking about. I thought from the way people were talking about visuals that it was like a novel, like a graphic novel type of game, like a story. You know,
no, you move
like,
it. It's got puzzles. It's got platforming and stuff. Beautiful goddamn game, dude. Shout out to the art team, like 1,000% for that, bro. They killed it. I think that's all I've been playing, man. Like I said, I've been playing a lot, bro. That's like 6 games.
And out here.
And then been watching Severance, of course, episode 2. But that's all I've watched, bro. After all this gaming, bro, ain't got much time. You hear me?
Yeah.
But that's about it, man. Again, out of all the games I listed, I already know everybody's on Ninja Gaiden. I don't have like a full scope of Tales of Iron, but please, for the love of God, play Neva. That shit's heat, bro. 100%. Maester Tech says, guys, I played Eternal Strands and it's really good. I've heard some decent things about Eternal Strands. It got a very got a Breath of the Wild feel to it, people are saying. So that's super dope. Shout out to Timbo, new subscriber. I appreciate that, fam. And y'all take a look to see if y'all subscribed and hit that subscribe button if you can. Like button too. I'll always love the like button. All right, man, let's get into it. Y'all know what we're here for. First of all, I need to shout out my GTR homies, Danny Pena and the bully himself, Paris Lily. When I say these guys murdered that interview, bro, they killed it. What makes a good interview isn't your initial question, it's the follow-ups, right? And leading the interviewee in the direction, they're going to answer how they're going to answer, especially a CEO like Phil Spencer, but to try to get what the community wants to hear, get answers out of the interviewee. It was so good, bro. So shout out to GTR. Silly friends, I said Big Bully P. That's right, man. Big Bully P. Yeah, so shout out to them, and also shout out to Destin Legary for landing the interview. I think his first interview since he's went independent. He left IGN a couple weeks ago, and he's doing his independent thing. Good on him. Love to see it, man. So let's get right into it, man. There's a couple of, I'm not going to play the video. I put the links in the description below. I want to respect their interview and give them the view. In case you are curious, after we go through it a little bit, you can go back and watch their interviews in full, get full context of everything. So I'm just going to go basically pretty much off a transcript. And really just one thing, two things from the GTR interview and one thing from the Destin interview. And these are just like my big takeaways from it, right? And really, it's not anything that we haven't heard already, right? Like we've heard this, but I think like for some reason the community finally has it in their head, and they're like, okay, like yeah, this is serious, like even though most of us should know it was already serious, but I think probably not the Xbox fans, but more so, people on other platforms, just gamers in general, like now have a clearer picture of where Xbox is moving, with the full context of both of these interviews, right? So Paris Lilly touched on a subject. He said, this is Paris Lilly words. He said, you've also talked over the past year or so about open platforms. As an example, no red lines with some of your portfolio, things like that. In your interpretation, so it's coming from your words, what does that mean for Xbox as you head into the future? And then Phil says, I want people to be able to experience the games that we built, the services that we offer on as many devices as we can. The thing that I've learned and continue to learn when I listen to creators, not only our own studios, but other teams building games, is every creator out there wants to build a game that can find as many players as they want. Right. And then the second thing, and then I'll before we go to the Destin one, I'll get y'all's responses from this interview, Nova and Scale. Spencer also says, we're not going to put walls up around where people can engage with the great games our studios have built and where they can experience Xbox through different forms, whether it's cloud, whether it's on PC, whether it's on handheld PC, or whether it's on phones. I want everybody to be able to play Xbox. And then Paris with a fantastic ass follow-up question. He says, you're putting all these games on other platforms. Why would I still want an Xbox? What is going to be the reason for me to want Xbox hardware when I can get that experience on another platform? And then Phil's response was, I think the difference that we've seen in the last 20 years, and I think this is good because I come from building games, that it's really about game first and not platform first. And he also stated that, he wants the hardware to be the deciding factor for consumers, not the games so much, but to pick your poison, I guess, when it comes to next gen hardware based off of the innovation that it can do. So shout out again to Big Bully P and Danny Pena for this interview, man. They fucking killed it, to say the least. So Nova,
yes, sir.
Tell me about what you listened to the interview very recently. What were your thoughts, man? And if there was something else that you heard during the interview that you want to touch on, feel free to go through that as well. What were your thoughts?
I'll touch on that one specifically because, like, when Paris asked him that, I was like, okay, let me see what he's gonna say about the software as a whole, like, and in conjunction with the hardware as well. Because everybody is thinking like if the hardware is not going to be there, then what's the point of me getting an Xbox? But I think I've mentioned this a time or two on the show before. The focal point seems to be the Xbox experience, right?
Yeah.
So and he made a great point when he was talking about, when people develop games, they want to get the game out to as many people as possible, which makes plenty of sense from a developer standpoint,
Yeah.
Just imagine spending all that hard work and it's like, I can only release it here. I can only have this small subset of people that want to play the games. So I think naturally it's a good look for the developers to even grow, because if you're not actually out here selling games these days, successful
done,
games
bro. Yeah,
studios are getting closed,
bro. Yep. You're done.
So
yeah.
So it gives a lot of people, at least under the Xbox umbrella, the opportunity to continue to thrive and then continue to put out good products, man. Also on top of that, he even like bigged up Nintendo for a little while. I like that little segment where he was talking about Nintendo, and there were so many good things they were talking about, like the older and stop me if I'm yapping. I'm probably yapping.
You go on as long as you want, brother.
Yeah, but they were talking about how they had, like, in the Xbox 360 era, because they were talking about 20 years and this, that, and another. How the Xbox era, how they had a close relationship with Japanese companies and how they're releasing stuff and how they're getting back to that in this current generation of games and stuff like that, man. It was just refreshing to hear him talk about where they've been and where they're going to go in the future, and 20 years of Paris and them doing the show. Like, it was great to watch, man. But he definitely didn't dodge the hardware thing. He was like, hey, man, we're going to put out the best hardware that we can. And if people think that it's a good experience over here on Xbox hardware, that's where we want them to play. But he's definitely given a lot of different options for the gamers to experience, and to take on a go or sit down on some Xbox hardware, or to maybe, play on the Nintendo Switch, play some Xbox games. So it seems like they're very comfortable with opening up the doors and getting as much content on as many platforms as possible.
Yeah.
To help everybody, the developers thrive, and to help the gamers have a good experience wherever they want to have it.
All right, so this is what I've been hearing when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. They about to be their largest publisher this year. We talking about 8 to 9 games from Xbox going to the Switch 2 this year. Just murmurs. Okay? Just murmurs. Hearsay. The trees are talking. Okay? But 8 to 9, bro. And I can kind of see it, man. Especially if you got like a Gears Ultimate, if you have like a Halo Master Chief collection, and you got so many titles you could just drop in there that weren't able to release on Switch due to hardware limitations. They can really go big on that platform. Especially if the online connection is running good,
There you go.
Yes, sir. You need that.
Yeah, but I also wonder, since they are going to be so close partners with Nintendo, do you see a world like, in Indiana Jones, you have cross save potential from, like, if you play it on Steam with Indiana Jones, you could buy or have it on Game Pass on your Xbox and have the same cloud save, right? So I wonder if this could be an option for Xbox gamers in general, to where they're playing that Master Chief collection on the Xbox or on the PC, right? And then they could pick up their Switch, be on the go, and their save travels with them. Now, not to say you're going to have to pay for that Switch version, right? But at least the cross save or cross progression functionality is there. So I'd be really interested to see if that works.
Yeah, especially because it's like one of their main things that their play anywhere for Xbox is like one of their main slogans. Is one of the the banners.
Well, they better start maining that motherfucker then, because I needed them to ramp that up. I know they're working on it in the background, right? Like, and it's not as easy as some people probably make it out to be, especially when you're working with other third-party publishers or whatever. But I love Play Anywhere for the games that are on Game Pass and first party, right? But just like Metaphor, like Atlas does a really good job of it, right? Like all Atlas games are Play Anywhere. But if they get more publishers on board with that, to where they can enable it, I think that's a win for consumers in general. That way you ain't got to double dip everywhere, So yeah. Well, so is that it on your end? Yeah, okay. Scale, what you think, bro?
First I'm gonna say, shout out to the 20 years, shout out to Paris and Dan. That was a great interview for sure. It was smooth, it felt organic, didn't feel like all the right questions were answered. I would say that cat Phil can answer with the best of them.
Oh yeah,
I was like, boom, he was ready. I was like, there you go, he does this, he does that. They did a great job though, but yeah, all in all, it seemed like Xbox is about to be everywhere at some point. All the time. There at some point Xbox will
A24
everywhere,
everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. At some point,
bro,
that is what it'll be.
Hey, hold on, Viking. You gotta do that AI, bro. You got to.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
baby.
That's gonna cook.
That's a good one. But yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, and it sounds like he's openly and happily saying that. But to y'all's points, I do like that he's saying from the developer standpoint that they want to get their game out to everyone. Like, and I felt that deeply because right now I'm having Bloodborne fucking like troubles because I want to play that at 60 frames, but it's locked on PlayStation at 30 and they will not let that game go anywhere. It sits there. So I'm like, bro, just bro, I just want the game, bro. I can't even, I don't even want to buy it because I don't want to support that practice. It's like, bro, but I'm gonna have to probably. But it's like, so I said it all to say I felt that. I was like, bro, you're right, man. People they just want to play the games. Developers definitely want people to play their games. I'm sure when they make a game, they don't have in mind keep it right here, so only this certain like this amount of people can play it. You know what I mean? So I felt that, and I thought that was really cool. But what else? That was really interesting. I like that, and what Nova was saying with the Nintendo stuff was interesting too. I was like, oh boy, it's so about to be so open. Once that once the Band-Aid is just ripped and it's there, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see green Joy-Cons either. It's like just little green see-through Joy-Cons. Give me them additions. Just go ahead and just start collabing. You know what I mean? Let's make it. Give me Master Chief Nintendo figures, man. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just
Amiibos.
All that. Master Chief would fit in all that. Imagine, man, Master Chief getting the Nintendo treatment, the Nintendo love. Yeah, it's gonna look cool. It's gonna be great. But yeah, I did like how you shouted them out too. Pay respect to them for sure. But yeah, biggest thing was just Xbox is pivoting to something else, and they don't even hear that console war business anymore. They not listening to that. They thinking about this, and they said the more you can make more money by your stuff being everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly, that's the simplest way you can put it. And that's what they're doing. That makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And plus, we gotta think they just spent billies. They've been at acquisitions. Like they got to get that bread back. You know what I mean? Like they do. And I want them, get the bread back so we can get more games. I've been loving Game Pass. That Eternal Strands is in Game Pass right now. I didn't even know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I love that. It's like every time I look, there's something there. And I want that. I want to be able to continue that. Like I support Game Pass more than a lot of things. Like I can't even lie. I'm a big fan of Game Pass as a system now, or like as an entity. Yeah. So I'm excited for it. And as far as what's coming next, I feel like I don't know what the handheld is like, because I know we have the poll up and what everybody's gonna do into day one. I got to see it. I just don't know what it's gonna be. Is it gonna have Steam? Is it gonna be open to this? Because now it seems like, you know, everything everywhere. Why not? We may as well just be, you know, have their Xbox OS and then that. But I'm also curious about capabilities of playing games. You know what I'm saying? These newer games that come out and it's going to have to run it, right? Or does it? I don't know, because they're going everywhere. So it's like, they're going to be like, that's where I'm at. I think I just have to wait and see how it actually turns out, because again, Xbox One days, they were ahead of the time. I will never downplay Xbox again because they were ahead of the time. You know what I'm saying? It didn't do well because of they were forward thinking, and now that's literally how stuff works now. So it's like I will respect that, but I can't wait to see what actually happens. I cannot wait.
Actually, to your point, Scale, you was talking about the handheld because Paris had briefly mentioned like he was like, yeah, the handheld is some years down the line because I know a time or two we speculated that the handheld itself would be right around the corner, but Paris was like, yeah, it'll be some years down the line. So I guess they'll have some time to plan, man. We'll see.
Right, and they may put out a actual box still, like a box, and they may not even drop a handheld until later or something. They may get a box out first and then drop a handout at some point. Because I mean, I think he also said that box is in the name, right? He said that. Yeah. So it's like, he said, I guess there will always be a box, but I mean that term even is changing itself. They're about to have Steam boxes. Woo! It's like, yo, the box game, that's just changing in general because Steam box, bro. Like if you can get the the Xbox experience on my Steam box, you kind of doing very well. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm excited to see it. But the interview was great.
No, it was. In terms of the next Xbox hardware, when it comes to, all right, this is how my wallet is going to go, right? If they go full-fledged, I understand that there will be exceptions, right? But if it's full-fledged, I could play like 98% of my library, play anywhere, then I will get the next Xbox hardware, right? Because as cool as it is playing like on the couch and stuff like that, right? I got so many options now with like my handheld, and I really, depending on the game, like I really love getting the full potential of the game on my PC, right? So that's where my PC comes into play, right? Because I want 240 frames at 1440p, all the bells and whistles. You know what I'm saying? Like I want all that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to limit myself to 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second or anything like that, right? But if they make everything play anywhere, then at that point the Xbox becomes a accessory for me, which I think is a good pickup, right? The second thing, if they don't have play anywhere but introduce Steam and Epic and make it open, then I'll buy one, right? The only situation that I see where I wouldn't buy a next gen hardware is if the play anywhere, because my gaming habits have changed with the introduction to a handheld and how powerful PCs are now. If they don't have play anywhere 100, not 100%, because I know there'll be exceptions, but for most of my library, and it's not open to Steam or Epic, then I'm gonna wait until that vision is realized. You know what I mean? And that's just me, right? So, and the same thing with the handheld. Now the handheld is tricky, right? And I think we discussed this before. You can come out with a bespoke Xbox handheld, and whether it's open or not, and it has the Xbox OS on it, but that Xbox OS will also be going to third-party developer or third-party manufacturers, right? And those third-party manufacturers will probably have more powerful hardware, right? And I'm in the position to where I can spend the extra $200 to $400 to get the most powerful handheld that will run all the Xbox games. So not to say that I'm not going to be in that. I will always be in the Xbox ecosystem as long as Game Pass exists, right? But for the bespoke model of the Xbox handheld, I think it'll be a great entry point for a lot of people, right? Just like console to me is a great entry point into gaming versus PC. But I guess, you know what, it's a wait and see game. I know in the background they're cooking, but it's a lot of things that they are placating to see the full vision and we'll see if it's appealing or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that Xbox would actually enjoy that too. Like, it seems like their focus is not necessarily specifically on the Xbox hardware. It's the Xbox software, you know, so you can get the Xbox experience where you want. Plus, that'll be good for them too, because remember in previous episodes we was talking about how they would have to keep up with the handheld market at the same time. So if they're able to get that Xbox OS per se onto whatever device that can run it, they don't have to deal with the pressure of dropping an Xbox handheld at the same frequency as these other companies are dropping handhelds. So that may be a good look for them.
Yeah, they could do one every 3 years, but there would also be a new handheld every like 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's like
the rate they're dropping those is crazy.
Yeah, I've seen so many at this point. Yeah,
I think what their value proposition will be is the console. And listen, I hope the console is like a pro version. I hope that motherfucker is beefy, right?
Yeah.
Again, I'm in the position to where I don't really give a shit about how much it costs. I want it beefy. I don't want it to where like it's subsidized and it's years behind PCs, right? Even like the smaller models or whatever, like a 5060, 5070. I want it beefy. I want it cog beefy, right? Now I get it. I get it, right? I want it cog beefy. Y'all heard me, right?
That was crazy.
This guy,
I get it. Like most people, that's their entry level into gaming. I get that, but me, I want it beefy.
See, but I gotta ask you because we toy around with the idea of $100 GTA 6, right?
Yeah.
So like, there has to be an upper limit to where you like this is too beefy, bro. Because like the Apple Vision Pro was what, like $4,000 when it dropped or something insane. With a $4,000 Xbox handheld, would that be too much?
A $4,000 Xbox handheld?
Yeah, no, like what they was like, we had to make it beefy, my boy.
The handheld, I already know there's going to be third-party manufacturers that are going to make me the beefy one, right? That's going to be $900 to $1,000, and I can do that, right? But for like the console in the living room, right? Because I've been toying around the idea of building a $800 PC for the living room. Right.
Yeah.
So if they could build me a beefy ass Xbox, right? That's around $800. Beefy. Listen,
I'm right there with you.
Beefy. I will buy that shit in a heartbeat, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right there. And if so you're saying there shouldn't be any other Xbox then, besides like if there was a handheld, but you just want one powerful ass system.
Listen,
right?
I want that motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's really I'm right there with you because I want it future proof. Like I want that shit to last me 3 years without having like any kind of new developer saying I can't do it, I can't work with this. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be able to last me a long time. Like, and then for anything that's like lower, hopefully that handheld comes out and I can take that stuff with me and I can understand and temper my expectations. You know what I'm saying? And there will be, like you're saying, more powerful handhelds out there if I do want that beefy handheld. Like that, I'm right there.
Say
with
that
you,
again.
Just having
more what?
But I do agree.
Crazy.
I do agree. I do agree, though. I do want just one power. That's why I do like how PlayStation runs their thing. It's just one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just the one. You don't have to worry about nothing else. But I agree. If Xbox is going this way and having the handheld with having third-party manufacturers making more powerful handhelds, because bro, can you imagine taking your Xbox handheld to school, little Timmy, and then you see little John come through with the beefy handheld, but you're playing the same thing. He's like, "What you got?" Oh, this is the Xbox one. Nah, this is what you need.
Your shit running 160 frames. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and this is like kind of my thing with like the beefier console, right? Because now that you're putting your games out everywhere, right? You do not want in the future. You do not want those side by side comparisons of your competitors to where your games are running better on your partner. I'm gonna call them partners now, right?
Yeah.
Your game, your first party game, the studios that work in-house on your platform to make it run as optimal as possible before they even start optimizing for the other ones. You don't want them side by side comparisons of one running better on other. You want it to listen, you want that experience on Xbox to be fucking beefy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Get back to the OG days with The Rock out there, just big console power. Like, I think that's what we should get to, man. Just back to power. Like, when it comes to that, if you have a handheld that can do the other stuff and you have a way for other people to get into your games, which they can do it on the TV at this point, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I think they're standalone, bespoke. This is your home box. This is the Xbox.
Yeah,
period.
The box. The box.
The box. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And on top of that, though, like Xbox, and this could give them an advantage, man, because I've seen people or other companies try to do it in the cell phone space.
Yeah.
Make your Xbox handheld modular, bro, so you can switch out parts. You know, like if a new camera comes out, you pop that piece out and pop a new camera in. Or if you could do something similar to that, then you wouldn't have to come out with a whole new console. You could just drop a new GPU or upgrade your RAM or memory or something like that, man. And I think that'll keep them going for a little bit, at least in the handheld space. Yeah, I'm just throwing stuff.
No. I'm with you. Like for the first few years, I think that they keep it at the bespoke level, right? So that their partners and stuff can start tuning the game to that specific platform, and then after that you can start adding stuff or whatever. No way.
I know I had to look that up. Is that real?
Oh, we gotta talk. No way.
What?
Let me see.
I don't see where y'all see this at. I need a link.
Yeah, let's get a link or something. Well, I don't even know if they can post links.
I'm gonna go to Twitter. Like Twitter will probably have it on my front page.
That must be breaking.
Oh, okay. So, remember there were co-CEOs of Sony Interactive Entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Herman and Hideki, or whatever. Now Hideki Nishino has been appointed as the sole CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment effective April 1st. However, I don't know if this has to do with Hearst will continue to serve as CEO as the studio business group and will report to. So he got demoted.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. He said, "You gonna?"
I said it right. Probably was thinking it's not adding enough value, man.
That I ain't gonna lie. He's making me not like Aloy. That's him. That's his stuff, right? Like that's why I'm seeing a lot of her like that. Like I was cool with her until it's too much.
Voidlock said, "Yeah, for pushing Horizon Forbidden Trash, bro. That's crazy work."
I like Horizon games, man, but it is being pushed like an agenda or something. It's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. Who said he got fired, bro? Oh, Abdel said he got fired. No, from the CEO position. Demoted. Demoted is the word you want to use. There.
Yeah, fireman, you gone. You ain't there. Usually
you're fired. Yeah. All right, cool. I guess that'd be I guess I want to see the fallout from that before we speak on it. To see if there's any reasons that they give. I doubt they give any reasons, but all right, cool. Well, thank y'all for breaking that news here live on the podcast. That's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy.
What was I in the middle of saying, bro?
We was talking about how we could the handheld.
Making modular. Yeah. No, it should be cool, man. That should be cool. doubt that. I mean, they don't even do that shit with the fucking. I mean, they started to allow bigger hard drives for the Series X and S externals, but you know, maybe like down the line to make it like more future, you update the RAM or and stuff like that. I don't know if they would do GPUs or CPUs or whatever, because you could barely do that shit with laptops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This shit crazy.
Yeah, they got external GPUs you can plug into.
They do.
USB
Yeah.
so.
And maybe they could partner with somebody to make an external GPU for the handheld when you have it docked. Ooh, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? They got it.
Ooh, they love partnering. You feel me? Why not?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'm gonna go on to Destin's interview that he did. Yeah, so he mostly wanted to speak on the parrot, and this is what I found out while we're on the handheld talk. He wanted to talk about if Microsoft would drop or have any plans on dropping the parity clause between the Series S and the Series X or whatever, because some developers argue that the lower specs is making it extremely difficult for them to develop games on or whatever. And this is what Phil had to say. He said, I actually think we have a real advantage because we've been targeting S for quite a while, that our games have been built and they're portable across many different specs. He added that when we look at something like the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally or something, we've got this S version of the games that are more tailored to the device specs of a lot of devices that frankly are getting introduced right now. And I think that helps us. I think that also helped them as well, to be honest, right? You're bringing in these next gen games for the last, 4 years? You've had to tailor those next gen games onto the Series S, and now you get Steam Deck verified games because now these developers are used to optimizing at a lower spec, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing with the ROG Ally, even though it's a little bit beefier than the Series. I mean, not the Series, but the Steam Deck or whatever. But that's the big, and shout out to Destin for getting this interview. That's the main thing that I wanted to cover from this interview that wasn't covered in the GTR interview. So what's crazy is when the Series S first came out, the Fox, big handheld guy, shout out to the Fox, he said, I wonder if the reason why they made the Series S was to develop games at a lower spec so that they could possibly in the future do a handheld. Looks like, and this was like 3 or 4 years ago the Fox said this, right? So like, shout out to him for being the Messiah, because he was talking about all the specs and battery consumption and stuff like that of what they could possibly do in the future. And here we go. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So let me know y'all's insights on them targeting the Series S for not only the first party, but for third party publishers with the parity to have the foresight to do a handheld. I'll start with you, Skellio.
Like I just said, I will not downplay them anymore since the Xbox One day. We all hated it. We all was there. And then that became the way things go now. So the fact that they are always thinking about the future, it's fact. And if that's what they were doing, that is genius, to be honest, because it makes sense. It's like you're making developers make games to run on this smaller system, which later on that smaller system will be about a handheld power size, like if not less than, like the handheld may be more powerful than the S at some point.
I think it's predicted that with current Z2 chips and how power consumption is with TDP, that it could be the same as a Series S while on the go, but more powerful when docked, and you raise that TDP power level up.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And I think that's crazy. That's just genius thinking right there. And I say it again, I'm not downplaying what they're doing anymore, because after I seen how the Xbox One changed the game, later, down the line, they already had this, systems being ahead of their time and things being ahead of time with the Dreamcast. You know what I'm saying? The Dreamcast had everything and died, but it was just ahead of its time. You could play online, had controller, graphics, everything, CDs. It was everything, and then it's gone because it was just too ahead. So sometimes forward thinking can hurt you, and it'll help you. I guess it has to hurt you to help.
I don't think it was too ahead. I think they had the wrong messenger in Don Matrick, right? Like,
sure.
Whenever he was being interviewed by what's the guy from the Game Awards, Keeley, right? He said, so this has to always be online. What do you say to your core fan base that doesn't want to be online or whatever, since you're making these like DRM rules, basically, which everybody's following now. He said, well, we have this product that requires you to be online, and if that's not for you, we got another product for you, and that's called the Xbox 360.
You cannot talk to your people like that.
And that went crazy, bro. And then plus you had the sharing of game shit, and Sony trolled them. This is how you share a game. They just handed that shit to one another or whatever.
That is true.
Yeah. They had horrible fucking messaging, bro. Like horrible. But yeah, it was still a good system though. But yeah. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's pretty much it. Just forward thinking. Yeah, it's pretty genius.
Yeah. What about you, Nova? How you feel about the Series S being turned into a handheld, basically?
It's something that I didn't even think about, bro. It shows that they're thinking about a lot more stuff that's going to be coming in the future than the average gamer, like you and I. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy, because it's like at first we're just thinking, okay, well, it's stopping a lot of the good quality games from coming to the Series X, and obviously it is. We saw about some of the complaints about the optimization, from some of these other developers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Xbox, they're thinking like, hey, if it can run on this, less powered device, maybe we can get this to run on other things. They're always thinking about how we can take some of the content that we're able to run on any of our platforms and get it to run somewhere else, even like a Nintendo Switch,
right?
Some of that stuff, run over there. So it just kind of shows like, hey, they're really, really thinking in the future about where all of their products can go. Mm-hmm. And I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah. And you know what? I think the perception has been a little bit overblown about like I think the baby ass is the little engine that could. You feel me? Like every game that I play on it plays exceptionally well at a lower resolution, right? Really, whenever we talk about missed games, I mean, they missed Baldur's Gate 3 at launch, right? Because of split screen, which just today they announced split screens coming to the Series S. Because remember, they dropped parity to hurry up and get Baldur's Gate on in December. And then Black Myth Wukong. That's it. Like Black Myth Wukong as a whole, right? But like other than that, the little engine that could be couldn't.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
See, but that's why that parity clause be confusing me, man. It's like I've heard people talk about it, and it seems like it exists, and sometimes it don't. Like, because the Baldur's Gate thing, like
right. That was the only exception that they've made was for Baldur's Gate, because it was such a it wasn't that they couldn't get the game running, right? It was just missing, quite frankly, a feature that not very many people use. So they probably saw that as like, all right, because this feature is so minute and only like single digit percentage of individuals probably use this feature, then we'll allow you to have, release it on the Series S without it and the Series X with it. right? So
okay.
With Black Myth, they just said they couldn't do it, right?
Yeah.
So
they said it'll take us years to optimize that.
That's your fault, Playboy. That's motherfuckers is making it seem like everybody's having that issue with like optimization when really and like we ran through the mud with that topic, but they're just an inexperienced developer that made a great game and they just couldn't optimize it for lower platforms, so that became evident when did y'all see the 5090 joints as far as what it can run like on a 5090 when it was hitting like what was that shit? It was barely hitting 60 frames per second with 4K Ultra with no DLSS or anything like that or whatever.
$2,000.
Yeah, and then like you drop it to where it plays on a PS5. If it was on those exact same settings, PS5 and Xbox were like 2 frames per second, bro. Like, there's no way, bro. Like, you gotta optimize, baby. Hopefully they're in the kitchen cooking. You know what I'm saying, and getting into.
Nah, they won't have this issue. They won't have that issue anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, they gonna make sure something. The game probably will not release. They ain't gonna have this issue no more. Especially after they were so like upset about the not getting awarded and stuff like that. And I don't think this won't happen. Not to that team. Not no more.
Yeah. Big Bully P is in the building. What's up, Paris? We was just glazing you over your interview, but I'm glad you didn't see that. And now I can just talk bad about you. So the glazing has gone. I'm all out of glaze, and now I'm just gonna be flinging poo at you. Okay, that cool, Paris? Good. Let me see. Do I have anything to really say about this? Not really. I think we're getting to that point where maybe even next year we might see some handhelds from Asus and Lenovo that are going to be pushing close to, or if not better than, Series S. You know what I mean? For $800, $900, but it's a really good indicator though of where we could actually see handheld gaming, especially with the Series S doing 1080p 1440p. You bring that down to 720p, upscale to 1080p on an OLED or a handheld, and baby, you good to go. Paris says, let me put on some baby oil, rewind it. What are you saying, Paris? Have you been drinking, Paris? I mean, I'm not gonna shame nobody. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
He came in and got corrupted by chat. That's what happened.
Chat done corrupted this man. Okay, all right, cool, man. He said, read the chat, Viking. Hold on, Paris. Oh, Paris, he said he gonna AI you with Diddy baby oil. Okay.
Crazy.
Paris, I didn't say that. We got a bet going on as to where Microsoft, their earnings report tomorrow, where we might land. Some people say it'll be under 5% overall. Some people say it's over 5% overall. I'm in the camp of over 5%, and I fear that it'll be over 5%, and I got to make a lot of AI videos of the people who lost. I'll be busy. Okay? Y'all be on the lookout. Y'all thought what I did to the Iron Lords was something? You wait.
Oh, brother. I was watching them when they played that. I was weak. I'm so glad they used that. I was like, this is chat was blowing up when they started playing that. It was really good. That was really good.
Shout out to the Iron Lords, man. All right, man, let's go ahead and move on. Our next topic, I think that's Scales. Go ahead, my bro.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about some gears. People can fly. is co-developing Gears of War E-Day. This comes by way of Insider Gaming. People Can Fly is co-developing Gears of War E-Day with the Coalition. The studio announced on Monday. The studio returns to working on the franchise that helped develop up until 2013's Gears of War Judgment, so trilogy. Returning to collaborate on the next chapter of this legendary saga is a both privilege and exciting opportunity to build upon the intense, visceral, action-rich storytelling that fans have come to love. People Can Fly CEO Sebastian We're gonna watch. Said via release. We are deeply grateful for our partners, trust, and support on this journey. The Coalition Studio head Mike Crump said, "We're pleased to be partnering with the talented folks at People Can Fly, who have been a part of our franchise's legacy for so long." The news of People Can Fly work on the Gears of War prequel comes just over a month after it was announced that the studio was laying off 120 people. The company had also announced last April that it was canceling its longtime game project Dagger. Announced last year, Gears of War E-Day is a prequel set 14 years before original Gears of War. The game, which is built in Unreal Engine 5, centers around Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago's battle against the Locust Horde. No release date has been announced, but latest rumors suggest that Microsoft is targeting sometime in 2025 to launch. Thoughts on this? I will start with you, Nova. How do you feel about People Can Fly, who helped develop the original trilogy, helping on Gears of War E-Day?
Yeah, they said we can't necessarily go back into the past like that 14 years prior to the previous games without going to get the bros.
Mm-hmm.
They said,
how do we do this?
You know what I'm saying? They said we're going to have to go back and we're going to have to start cooking with y'all again, man. But it's always good to see it, man. Just we already know the Coalition is going to cook. So just add in, Wonder Twin powers activate and go ahead and drop some quality product, man. But I'm excited to see it. I didn't even know that like the Dom and Marcus was been fighting for darn near 20 years, bro.
Yeah, they are homies. They've been through some shit. Yeah.
They've been going through it, bro. So, but nah, shout out to them, man. And I know that's a good look after having to, lay off some people and, what better way to get back out there than to partner up with the Coalition,
For sure.
And just go ahead and drop some quality product. I'm ready to play it, man. When they gonna actually drop it? That's what I need to know.
Absolutely.
Because they said sometime in 2025, but we'll see.
I would say no. I don't think so either.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking so either. I was like 2025 seemed kind of soon. Like,
2026 would be the move, man. Fall 2026 E-Day.
Yeah,
that would be the move. 100%.
I agree. Anything else, Nova?
Well, I was wondering because I've been in and out of Gears, man. I played like the majority of them, but to be honest, I don't remember where some of them start and where some of them stop. And because it's just been, so many Gears games and whatnot throughout the years. Like, do anybody remember the reception of Judgment specifically? Because I couldn't remember, man.
The Judgment wasn't
good. That's why this is kind of a big deal, is because they worked on the trilogy, and as soon as they stopped working with them, they led to that. So that's like people that didn't like it. So
Okay, well then at the same time, that even like leads further to credence. Like, bring them back, man. Y'all left them out of the convo, and look where it led y'all. So bring the homies back.
I agree. What about you, Viking? What do you think about People Can Fly helping out with Gears of War E-Day?
I honestly think, and this isn't like what do you say? This isn't particularly about just this partnership, right? But I like the direction to where like they're going to, because like did y'all play Outriders?
I didn't.
I think it was like one of the first major third-party games that came out on Game Pass day one during the Series X era or whatever, and it was a very technically sound game. It was generic in some ways, but to me it was a good game, right? And it shows that they're still capable of like how technically sound they are. Like with those games, they just need some vision in terms of like story and development and
Right.
stuff like that, right? And I think like with the coalition being fucking really good at story and being really good at UE5 or Unreal Engine in general, then I think it's a match made in heaven. But like I like what they're doing with not only People Can Fly, but they're doing this like, when they let Toys for Bob go, it was like, all right, we're going to still partner with you to make another game, right? They was able to find a buyer for Hi-Fi Rush developers, right?
Mhm.
They're doing these moves and still partnering with the industry as a whole. It's almost like these motherfuckers is saving gaming.
Low key, bro. Like for real, bro. They like, you know what matters the most? The games. The games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did Bulletstorm too. I never played Bulletstorm though. I heard it's really good. But no, I really like this attitude of going out and partnering with other studios outside of your own wheelhouse to make something beautiful, because at the end of the day, this shit is art, right?
Yeah.
And luckily, like Ninja Theory had already had the coalition in house to help them with UE5, right? So they were able to bounce off of each other on how to make Hellblade 2, which was phenomenal, the best game that it could be, right? But now going outside of your studios and your properties and looking for other studios to merge with and mash with, bro, I think it's a great fucking move, man. I think it's a good look. You have a lot of teams that are looking to put out another project, but fear not selling well and being threatened with a closure and XYZ. But hey, like you could treat yourself as a contractor in a sense, as a studio, right? Like, Insomniac is working on something, right? But they need this part that they don't have in-house yet, so they team up with another studio on the outside, right? And it's a match made. It's a match made in heaven. You feel me? I love this direction, right? I love it.
Yeah. And like what Parrish just said in chat, he said, look, a lot of people won't believe it, but Phil is a genuine dude and wants to see gaming thrive. Every interview I see with Phil, man, he seems like it's very apparent that he also plays games, and he's also a gamer. You know what I mean? Beyond just him being an executive at Xbox, like you can definitely tell that he cares about the games, you know? And unfortunately, he's had to take a beating in the public eye, to go ahead and defend Xbox for some of the decisions that they've been making. But it definitely shows that he really does care about games and getting developers some shine and stuff. Even the way that he was talking about how id Software had gotten a chance to, show their whole team and how they, in the developer direct. The dude cares about the product, man, and he cares about the developers, the people that's making the products as well. So.
Yeah,
and we also want to be represented by someone who plays the games. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just good to see.
Right, and I know a lot of people like call for Phil's head, but this is the best I can put it. Right, you get rid of Phil, Santi gonna put a yes man in there. Okay. What Phil's main objective, first of all, is to make fucking money, right? That's what corporations live and breathe for, right? It's making money. But Phil has a job of communicating with the higher board, right? With Amy Hood, with Santia, about making money while also threading that needle to provide value for consumers, right? It's a fine balance. And Phil does that shit. Listen, we would, if it wasn't for him, we would have been gone after Xbox One. Gone, bro.
Oof. Ooh, I was gone.
Yeah, Harris even told him. He said, "Hey, that Connect ain't it, Chief."
Oh yeah.
The messaging and a lot of the pricing, a lot of the stuff that happened with The Xbox One just wasn't it. Game Pass exists largely due to Phil, right? Like a subscription service for games, games that you probably would have never found out that you loved or gave the time of day. You were able to try out, and not only that, but that provides other publishers and third party studios to find an audience for said games. Right,
kind of brought Blockbuster back, low key.
You know, a little bit, right?
A little bit.
Now you can blame like some of the recent stuff, like under Phil's watch, right? But do not forget where we were during Xbox One, bro. And now look at the fucking lineup. That yes, these games will be existing in other places, but they are not taking away anything from you. You still get fucking Game Pass. You still get all these goddamn games day and date on Game Pass. You have the largest fucking selling game ever in Game Pass day and date in Black Ops 6, right?
Pretty crazy.
You got all of ABK, Diablo, Overwatch perks, Riot perks. You get South of Midnight from Compulsion. You get fucking Gears E-Day, Fable, Perfect Dark. You get Doom.
Avowed.
You get Avowed. You get fucking Replaced. Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 4. Shut the fuck up.
This is crazy.
Read.
Yeah, they going crazy right now.
They are going crazy.
You get dual.
I'm just saying that Eternal Strand. Yeah.
You get dual entitlement on PC. You got quick resume on the Xbox or whatever. They play nice with both Steam. They're playing nice now with PlayStation. You'll be able to play those games on the Switch while you're on the move. Shut the fuck up. They're eating, bro. Now I understand you're going to be worried about your library, but they're working on that too. Okay,
they're working on.
And from the Xbox Series S thing, we probably won't even know that we need it until later on in life, because they thinking about forward thinking already. So we'd be like, you know what, makes sense. I did need that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Makes sense.
So all this fucking Phil slander, bro, I won't have it. I remember the 360 days going into the Xbox One. And over there sitting looking at my Xbox One and Connect. Just looking at it.
Just looking at it. Bleep. That fucking boo. Oh, I was not having fun during that era, man. I got a PS4. I ain't gonna lie. I was not having fun, bro.
Yeah. Xbox, turn on. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So bad.
Bro. But now we're here, right? Like, I feel like Xbox so good, media has to keep them in the SEO so that they can stay in business. That's all they talk about. That's it. But hey, that's just me though. Okay, well, we can move on, bro. I had to get my bars off on that. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Understandable.
Yeah, they was out there slamming Phil. I feel you, bro.
No, bro. We not about to do that, bro. We not. That boy been threading the needle for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, all right. I think that's it for me. I think we can oh shit. Mofo T-Rex. God damn it, player. I am so sorry. I did not get your $5 super chat earlier, and I apologize greatly. Mofo T-Rex says Viking love them beefy meats. just
Go.
Just messing, but anything Xbox day one, no matter what. Beefy meats. I never even said beefy meats. I said I want a beefy console. Real beefy, like cog beefy.
See,
easy
good.
Beefy. You know what I'm saying?
That's where it go left, right there.
It's like,
yeah. All right, man. Let's go ahead and go to the next topic. Supernova. What you got?
Before we go to the next topic, and we may or may not, have to even get there. You want to talk about the poll? I don't feel like we really touched on the poll just yet.
Yeah. Did it change a lot? Oh yeah, we got this poll up. Oh, is that a perfect number? 69. I stated I'm in the poll, but I stated that or you guys can hurry up and get in there while I'm talking. Okay. How interested are you in new Xbox hardware? And we got 100 votes, ladies and gentlemen. 100 on the nose. 69% say day one regardless. Okay. 8% say day one if it's open to Steam. Okay. That's kind of my bag right there. 9% said I moved to PC, blood. See you later. And 14% sensible folks said let's wait and see. Where do y'all rank yourselves on this?
To be honest, man, I moved to PC, man. To keep it 100 with y'all, man. Like, and I don't even feel guilty about it, you know, because there's an Xbox experience everywhere, you know, and they told me. Yeah. So I can get the Xbox experience wherever I want to. I can right now on the PC, I can press Windows key G. And I could get into a party chat just the same. I could check my friends list. I can record stuff. All that stuff is nice. I got my PC Game Pass that I got access to. You know, and that's good for me. I got my handheld where I can also access the Xbox app as well. You know, dude. On top of that, I could play Xbox games on my Fire TV stick. So,
yeah.
I'm in there.
That's the peasant way of playing, but yeah, you can.
Hey,
I'm just I'll be slaying the cloud, bro. I hate cloud. Like I hate.
It's gonna improve.
It will improve.
It will improve.
It's gonna improve.
It will improve.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could get in where you could fit in. So
yeah, I with you. I'm always clowning folks with the cloud shit. I fucking hate it, bro. Like
Casey said, I'm the cloud surfer over here. Hey. It is what it is.
It is what it is. RF said, wish Xbox was in my $5,000 Mac. Well, you know what? Even if Mac come out with a $12,000 Mac, it's still gonna be dog shit at gaming. I don't know what they just need a.
But you can dual boot. I mean, just the more you spend on the Mac, the better the dual boot will be. But it halves your system pretty much. Yeah, but you might as well just get a PC.
Yeah, it's something about the GPUs that they use, bro. It just ain't it. You know what I mean? Like dual booting will get you into being able to download certain games, right? But like, fuck.
Yeah, weak ones.
Yeah, but it's goated for productivity and
aesthetic. For sure.
Aesthetic, like and for like video editing and stuff like that. I know a lot of people use it for that, but not me, Playboy. I moved away from Mac from Mac a long time ago, bro. Like no more laptops, no more none of that shit, bro. I just have.
I still got a MacBook. I think the laptops will always be solid, just because that's a good pick, like actual like quick laptop, not trying to game or nothing like that. It's just I need a laptop. I think those are always going to be good.
You know why?
Good to go.
This is a stupid reason, but you know why I moved away from their laptops? I absolutely fucking hate the keyboards.
You're not the only one.
Yeah,
a lot of people hate that.
Bro.
A lot of people.
I fucking hate the keyboards, bro.
At first, I loved it. When I first got my MacBook Pro, dude, I was like, I think that was just the Apple experience. I was like, it was like flat.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
Yeah. But it's that ecosystem though, like you being able to, text messages on your computer, you know, all that good stuff. So the ecosystem and the ease of use for all the Apple products, you know.
Yeah. The walled garden is really good.
If you're 100% in the ecosystem, it is lovely. I'm not gonna lie, but you're paying a hefty price to stay in that ecosystem. Yeah, I'm only on their phones mostly. I do love iPhone as a daily driver for sure. It's like just what I like.
No, I got you, man. Where did you vote, Scale, on this?
I am also moving to PC. Yeah, y'all should have known. Y'all probably knew that. But the thing is, like, my issue is with the new Xbox hardware is that since I do have a PC, I'm in the handheld market, but it all comes down to how powerful is that handheld, and is it open to Steam? I need it to be open to Steam, low key, for me to be able to. If we're talking about handheld, I'm not in the market for the box, probably. Like because I have a computer, but the handheld, I am in the market for that. But I am also looking for power. So if I can get the Xbox experience on a Legion Go 2, probably gonna swing that way. It'll probably be cheaper, or for the Xbox one will be cheaper, but I'm gonna need power. So it all determine what the power is looking like for that. But yes, I am also on PC. I'm also getting the Game Pass experience, Windows Key G, entering chats, all that, everything, and Steam and other stuff. If you want to sale, you know what I'm saying. So yeah. It's a lot.
Ocho G Gamer says no one talking about Herman out of Sony. I mean, we touched on it. I know there's a letter that came out, but I want to make sure to give us some room to breathe to see what happened or what this could mean for Sony before I just fart out of my fucking mouth.
No, people saying he's out.
No, he's not out. He got demoted, right? Like he's not the CEO of SIE, right? He's right underneath the CEO of SIE now. So he got demoted. That's cool. But like I don't really see it's not cool. But like I can't make any grand opinions about something how I don't know what it affects really, right? Yeah, this will be different. We're talking about like Phil Spencer demoted and somebody else got in. Now we could probably have a lot to talk about. There's a history there with Phil Spencer and XYZ. Herman Hulst has been with the company for a long time, but he and we thought that was weird anyway for there to be co-chairs for the CEO thing or whatever. But I guess we'll see. Right. Well, I'm sure there'll be more insider news as to what happened or whatever. But once we get all that, then we want to be able to not just we want to give you informed opinions. That makes sense.
That's true.
Not just. I know a lot of people hate Sony. I mean, I don't really care for the product nearly as much, but. I have a PlayStation, but I'm not, so my dick doesn't get hard when there's bad news for them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm just not that type, okay? Pixelbit G said, wait, who left? Herman Hulst got demoted from co-CEO. So now he's reporting to Hideki Nishino. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. All right, yeah. So sorry about that. If I'm not giving you what you want, so I apologize, but it is what it is. All right, Nova, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. You want me to switch over to the topic right now? Let's go ahead. So, chat, take this with a grain of salt. This is pure rumors from Insider Gaming. Next God of War game is reportedly centered around Egyptian mythology. I like how we came right off here talking about, how much everybody hate PlayStation now. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and slide this one in real quick. Reportedly, Sony is casting Middle Eastern actors for an unknown AAA game, which is likely to be next God of War that explores Egyptian mythology, reported by Daniel RPK. Moving to Egyptian mythology wouldn't be surprising should it happen. The God of War saga began in Greek mythology before shifting to Norse for the modern games. Moving to a new pantheon would make sense for the next era of the franchise. As for Egyptian specifically, it's been mentioned in the past that Sony's Santa Monica originally considered censoring the game around Egyptian mythology for the 2018 revival before settling on Norse. End quote. I think the first pitch I gave was that we wouldn't even know what was happening, creative director Corey Balrog said. So if it was Kratos walking through the desert, because we were in my mind still doing Egyptian initially, wind, sand blowing all over the place, and he's kind of crawling through, and then kind of stands up over a dune and checks out the really fantastic ancient city. So I enjoy the God of War series, man. I'm a huge fan of the series. I play all of them. I still haven't beaten Ragnarok yet. I don't know if you've beaten it, Scale. Probably.
Yeah.
You know, you be beating them games. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with you first, man. How do you think, and do you think that an Egyptian-based God of War game would be pretty fire?
I think it'd be gas, actually. I think it would be a great turning point in a way to. So the thing is, when God of War moves from Greek to Norse, that's easier to transition to because they're similar, right? Like that mythology kind of has a lot of similarity. So we were watching like, huh? Like you can use some of the same names, you know what I mean? Some of this, and you could like transition that way. I feel like if they would have went from that to Egyptian, you would have been like, the fuck is he time traveling some shit? What the fuck is going on? Like come on now. So going from Greek to Norse was a great like starting point. And now that the band-aid is ripped off, that he can be in these different worlds like this or different mythos, I think he's about to turn into Assassin's Creed, and he's about to be going everywhere. And I think this is sweet. Personally, I think because I personally want to see him in Japanese mythology and stuff like that. I think Egyptian mythology be fire. I just think, bro, anything with I'm gonna break it down to you. Anything with a lot of gods that you can beat up on and you learn the lore and mythos of that, it works. It's going to work every time. I'm sorry. It's if they're making it and they're doing the same, this is the formula, it's going to work. And if it's good at like the other ones though, it just needs to have the same care and love that the 2018 and Rag had put into it, putting in that story and doing this and making it make some kind of sense. It doesn't need to make sense 100% because it already, I mean, kind of, it's getting crazy. So if he's going around going all these places, I know magic is involved and anything can happen, but now that he's going to different lands and stuff like that, I'm actually excited. I hope Atreus is not in this. Let's get him no kids. All right.
Boy.
No, let's get this no kid. Let's get that shit gone. I'm sorry. I just don't like having that weight on a game. It's like, man, I gotta look out for my fucking son all the time. Not that he couldn't box, and I beat it. I get it. He can scrap, and I loved having him shooting arrows and shit. It was cool, and finding stuff, learning the language. It was actually really great. But I'm cool on that.
Yeah, but he was getting on my nerves too, bro, with them temper tantrums, bro.
Yes.
He was not listening.
He was not listening. He was not listening, and that's fine. Children don't most of the time, I guess. I don't know, but I'm ready for that. OG, he's by himself, and that's it. And they could start in Egypt and start, get the Cleopatras and the Humun-Ras and all that, and all blood on the pyramids, all that stuff. The sun. I think it's gonna be fire if they do this. Person, I can't wait to see blood on pyramids. Like he's gonna be going crazy. But but the best part about this to me is education. Like, I just think learning about that stuff has always been one of my favorite parts of God of War. Learning about that Greek mythology, learning about the Norse mythology, done so well, told in such an interesting way. If you haven't beat Ragnarok, but I don't know if you know the twist with all like how that goes and everything, but it's very well written. It's a good story to me. People don't like Ragnarok. Like some people don't like Ragnarok. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. But if you're into history and all that stuff, then I think they do such a good job of telling it in an interesting way. So I'm geeked for it. I think it's a cool idea, personally.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. I see Chad is put me on. I didn't know nearly a lot about the Native American mythology. You could just keep going.
That's what I'm saying. You take any of them that has at least like 8 major boss type, god type characters in their history, then that's all you got. That's all you need. That's all God of War is, beating up on god bosses, like essentially, while moving through. But that's the format, and it could work with any of them. I'm telling you, the Japanese mythology would go crazy. Like, get samurai or get them.
Can I do breaking news right here? Breaking news. Yep. You guys heard it here first. I actually have right in front of me the roadmap for God of War.
No way.
MMO?
No. They will go to Egypt. God of War Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Then God of War Jade. So
Okay.
correct on the Chinese mythos. Then you have God of War, the Great Serpent, which is Native American. And then after that, you have God of War, Heaven's Gates, where you'll be battling Moses, the angel. I'm just kidding.
We on the ark. I ain't gonna lie, all that sound kind of tight though. Imagine on the ark going. I ain't gonna lie, all that sounds tight. We can't be beating up on Jesus. I don't know if that'll work, but I don't know. But it still sounds cool. Yeah, he does not.
Yeah, his hands are rated E for everybody.
And wouldn't that put video games back in that space? Like, oh, these video bad for you, bad.
Oh yeah,
bruh.
I ain't gonna lie, you may have cooked with that.
That
whole all that is,
bro. Yeah, bro.
Why not, man?
Going
to heaven and hell, like, bro, he'd be able to. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Get up on the angel of Gabriel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, like, and you still get to learn the history of all that stuff too. I'm saying for real. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not, bro? The ultimate carpenter god. I hate that I'm imagining that right now. Like him getting the way we beat up Zeus and everybody else. It is not going to be nice for anybody.
No, the sandals will be flipped, my nigga.
Yeah, Cain, get to meet Cain and Abel, see them squabbling and arguing. He's like, I'm about to get his. I'm about to. That is fire though to me. I like that. Like,
why not?
I like that. If the care and love is put into it, how they did 2018 and everything, then I'm with it. As long as they only got a kid too, I'm definitely cool with it. I don't really need that no more.
Ooh,
there you go.
What if they framed it? I'm just spitballing here. What if they framed it? It is like unwritten within the historical text of the Old Testament and New Testament, right? But as far as like all the calamities that happened, right, was of somehow Kratos' doing.
Perfect. Wrong place, wrong time.
You know what I'm saying? Like the flood was some he battled somebody within that religion, and somehow the 40 day and night flood happened because of that, right? Like just keep it. Oh boy,
it'd be fire, man. And then the marvel of what they could do, like making the boat and making the like sea part and just doing those spectacles would be insane. Like
the flood, all that.
Yeah,
the Sodom and Gomorrah story, bro. Like you could do all that.
Turning the people into
It's educational, man. I'm telling you, the plagues, all those diseases, like all that stuff, man. Like all that.
It could be because Kratos done murked the wrong person and then stuff start happening, bro. Yeah.
Why not?
No, why not? For real.
Listen,
Last Supper. Sorry, I'm just thinking all that stuff works though. Like it really, all of it will work. So crazy.
Oh my God, God of War. Good job, RF. God of War. Revelations. The untold story of what. You know what I'm saying? Like it hasn't happened yet. It's been foretold, right? But like make it your own, right? There's so much wiggle room in there.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I need a check.
Hey, that man.
Damn, that's a guy. I like it.
No, that's bad.
All right. But what do I think Egypt would be dope though. I think it would be it's a fire ass concept. I do wonder though, because there's a lot of people online that are upset that Yasuke is killing a bunch of Japanese men in Assassin's Creed. Mind you, this is fake outrage, by the way. But I wonder if they will have the same smoke if Kratos is beating up on a bunch of brown Egyptian gods.
Yeah,
but
you should.
But wait a second. But like, wasn't Yasuke like really like doing that though?
Yeah, he was.
What are we talking about anymore?
I prefaced it with it's a bunch of fake outrage.
Oh, okay.
It's 100% fake shit, bro. Like, come on. We know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Kratos versus the 4 Horsemen, just that easy. There's 4 fights right there. It's just oh man, it would be cool, man.
Yeah, be hella dope. But no, I'm all for it, man. Chinese and Japanese mythology would be dope. Somebody mentioned India. That shit would be like somebody did mention Native America, the natives, bro. That shit would be crazy fire, bro.
Yes, that would be cool. Very spiritual. That'd be awesome.
There's so many places you could do, bro. Big Pixel basically say Kratos versus the Archangel. Listen, bro.
Why not?
Why not?
Throw Constantine in there too.
Right. True, why not?
Bro, and then you could have Lucifer show up as different entities like greed, gluttony, envy.
Yep. Ooh, that'd be good. Dressed up as all the sins, but he's him.
It's him.
Yep. Easy money. Not easy. It's hard to develop easy money though. If you want to do
dog, and it's free publicity because people would be upset about it. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm playing the hell out that game.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah,
have to,
bro. Somebody get the artwork. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the ear. Put it. Just put it out online. Get it in people's the faces. So we can get this thing on the road. I need it. Yep. Okay?
Yeah.
What are you going to call it? God of War? Gates of Hell? God of War Revelations. That's it.
Nah, that'd be nice.
Bruh, let's cook. But yeah, there's so much they could do. I kind of suspected they would go the Asian route in some form or fashion, but it looks like they're going with Egypt.
Egypt is good though.
Yeah, Egypt is good. How would China though like it if there's a Greek god beating up on their Chinese? Like the CCP. I'm talking about CCP. Like CCP.
Yeah.
Like
they probably wouldn't mess with that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's this one MMA fighter out there. And he was trying to say like kung fu is fake and so on and so forth. So he started challenging a lot of the popular kung fu people.
Yeah.
And he started beating them, bro. Man, social score went down, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
The WeChat.
Because it's big business for them, man. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Kung fu is big tourism business, so you
That's
can't
true.
be stepping on that. So
yeah,
that's crazy,
that's
bro.
Yeah.
Pixel said that sounds like a day one. It really does, bro. It writes itself, honestly.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
just throw them in there, and you can figure out what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, it works.
He says China would ban that ASAP. How dare you slap Buddha? Both India and China would be in arms. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Big Buddha, man, fire.
He come out there fighting with a smile on his face. You feel me?
Waxing you too. Yes.
Yeah, the only person that trying to let like do some stuff like that to some of their guys is Sun Wukong, because that's part of his story.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Yeah, that's all I got, man. What say you, Supernova? What you think?
Man, same thing that all y'all said, man. Like I would definitely play it. It's gonna be gas. I agree with what Skell said. Please don't have a side character. I don't like that. I just like to throw hands, and that's it. Like I don't need to have all of the extra stuff with the Atreus and calling arrows and all that stuff. Just let me throw hands.
Right.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. I think if they what I see happening is the son being an older teenager. and you got the whiny parts out, and maybe he's a little bit bulked up, and his character
get his ass out of here.
Get him up out of here. I don't want him. I don't get me wrong. His story was really cool. I'd rather him get a spin-off game.
Oh shit!
Just give him his own
Joel game. You think that would be why Kratos goes against the Egyptian gods, because one of them kills his son?
Yes.
See?
There we go.
Boom.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Perfect.
Send me a check.
There it is. That's all I need. And that's why he needs that. He needs the motivation. And what better motivation than that? It's
and
his girl or his kid.
And then you get Kratos of old.
Oh yeah, you get the old Kratos with that.
You get old Kratos with that.
All that rage, all that stuff get to come back, bro. No more boy and no more trying to temper your tantrum because your son's right over there watching you. So you got to make sure that you don't lead him the wrong way. Nah, beat ass.
Beat ass, period. That's it.
Bro. I do think that I think that could work. Osiris is the god, the Nile River and all that. That's the fountain of youth. So old Kratos becomes old Kratos with the meanness and the rage and shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then to complete his story, he finds the fountain of youth, right? And he can age back or whatever a little bit, find some solidarity, become the mature Kratos again somehow, and then carry on to the other, like, the Jade or the Chinese or whatever mythos that you want to. Okay, I think they got something on their hands if that happens, bro.
Yeah, they need to cook that up.
Yes. Pixel Big G with the $5 super chat. He says, pretty sure in the games they show him in Egypt on a vase. Could be a prequel to this one. Okay.
Who knows?
Okay. Colin Prime, did you guys hear about Herman Hulse? Yes, we have. And hopefully this Thursday, there's some more information on to the who, whys, and whens, and motivations behind that, so we can have an informed opinion about it. So, but as of right now, we got to cut it short, gang. Pixel, Mofo, thank y'all for the $5 super chats. It's been a blessing being here with y'all, hanging out, talking good games, having some good laughs, talking about the future of gaming. And the current state of gaming and all the games we've been playing. Just love the art, man. Be out there, love the fucking art. You feel me? If y'all could, man, hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Again, really appreciate y'all. Supernova.
Yes, sir.
Hit them boys with a message.
Message. Man, so it's Tuesday, man. You guys can always find me, here Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time as usual. Luckily, man, I was able to make it back from, a little trip, little flight this past weekend. Got a chance to meet a couple cool people. But what's today's show with me, bro? Go out there and enjoy some video games, bro. Sometimes we be out here clashing over, where it's at, how you can play it. Go out there and play you a good one tonight, in solidarity with the developers. We need to show up for the devs. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but y'all be safe out there, man. Until next time.
BLAQQ Skellio. Talk to him.
Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate all the super chats. Thank you very much. You guys catch me on here Tuesday and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Also catch me live streaming Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm on a Souls kick, so you can come watch me play Dark Souls 2. I raged out hard last time. Also, I put my streams in playlists with parts on them too, so if y'all want to go check out a whole Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1 Remaster, Sekiro, I have those on playlist and added now, so it's easier to watch. Somebody commented on one of my videos, I wish they were in parts. I was like, you know what? You're right. I take feedback. Serious. So I did that. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all. Also, I hit my 200 subscriber goal. I'm trying to get to 5 now. So we making it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Moving up. So I'm trying to get to 5, but 2 is where we at. And Well, I'm trying to get the 250 and then 3 and then 3.
You know what
y'all
that
feel
means,
me,
bro? You know what 200 is?
Mm-mm.
Go to your local IMAX and you filled all them seats up. Twice.
That's
Twice.
you.
That's you, blood. That's you, blood.
That's you.
I'll take it. Started at 0.
Yeah.
That's
Let me
you,
get some of
blood.
these links. Let's get some of these links in the chat.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I got y'all. Please. Thank y'all.
Major says, hey, Black, I tagged you with new God of War and Revelation screenshots. Let's see it. Get some AI art going. Bro, why not?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
That boy Jesus coming out and said, I did not come here. I came here with a sword. Boy, let's stop. Let me stop.
Over here turning water to wine, all that good stuff.
Splashing it in Kratos' face. You feel me? Anyway, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Really appreciate y'all. Y'all made my day. Scale, Nova, love you boys. You feel me?
Yeah, love you too.
Yeah, I mean, y'all ain't beefy, but like, I love y'all. You feel me? Right?
What?
I love y'all.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Hey, bro, you wrong. Zachariah said Jesus finna be at least 2 phases, because you know he got a.
Oh boy!
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably gonna find him through the whole game.
Kratos got 3 days.
Down.
Kratos got 3 days. That boy coming.
He said, "I'm gonna be back."
He coming out that tomb. All right, man. Yo, love y'all. Peace out. Have a good day. See y'all Thursday. Peace.